Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I just did a full Boxycharm Ipsy merger update, and in that video I got a lot of questions in the comments and I do want to take some time to address them here. We've gotten some new information, we've gotten some additional feedback, and I want to make sure that we are getting all of that information to as many of you as humanly possible. So we're going to go through the comments on that video and just answer some of that here. And I'm going to do my skincare while we do it because I am in desperate need of some hydration and don't want to just do a whole video talking about Boxycharm again. So that's something you're to make sure to keep on watching, and don't forget to subscribe because I upload every other day. And that'll be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into some skincare with me while we talk about the Ipsy Boxy merger and I answer your questions, stay tuned. As you know, and I'll link that video up here. Actually, I think it's on this side. I'll link it up here. There's a whole bunch of information that came out about the merger with Boxycharm and Ipsy and how that's going to affect everyone moving forward. I am going to recommend you watch that video first because I'm not going to be going through all of those details again here. Already did that video for you. Today we're going to just answer some of the questions that have come up, and I'm going to do my skincare while I do that because my skin needs it. Last night I actually did like a FaceTime makeup lesson with a friend of mine who has a wedding to go to. So we kind of set out all the same products and did our faces together so that she could like know what she wanted to wear to the wedding. And I had so much makeup on my face that I was like, I'm going to break out. And my skin actually feels pretty good, but I do have that one breakout coming on the tip of my nose, which is always frustrating. So I already cleansed my skin. I used the Saturday Skin Acai Berry and Oat Cleanser. They sent this over. I'm in love with it. I have always been in love with it. Every single product here I'm talking about today has been gifted. None of this is sponsored. I do actually want to say when they sent me that, they also had sent the Makeup Cleanser Melter Balm. I used that last night to take off my makeup, and it did a really good job. I felt super clean after using both of those, but this morning I just used this because obviously I didn't need to take off my makeup. And I'll be using the Avrani Balance Restoring Serum Tea Tree Oil because I find that this helps with pore refinement. It also kind of likes to bring my skin back when I'm starting to break out. So while I apply that, the first question I got was, how is this going to affect people in Canada? Right now, if you know, Ipsy was only sending one of the tiers to Canada, but Boxycharm was doing everything in Canada. But there was some concern with, there were shipping fees and additional things to Canadian Boxycharm subscribers. It seems like everybody, like Boxycharm, Ipsy is going to be able to do all tiers of boxes for Canadian Ipsters, subscribers, whatever you want to call them. So if you are in Canada and you've had more options with Boxycharm and less with Ipsy, you will have the same amount of options, and there will be a shipping and handling fee. So it's going to be very similar to the way Boxycharm was for those Canadian subscribers. They also said that the Boost box, which is kind of like the premium box, that's $40, is going up to $43. So it's going to be a solid $15 more for that one tier up. There were a lot of you who were talking about how this kind of sounds like the best of both worlds, and I totally agree. I think we're getting the choice and the variables that we liked with Ipsy, but with like those really luxe products from Boxycharm. And since they're not going to be fighting for products anymore, we should get more better products. While we go into the next question, I'm going to do serums. I like to layer the Beauty for Real Skin Revival Vital Nutrient Serum and the Caudalie Premier Crew. Both of these are anti-inflammatory, and both of them help with my redness. The Caudalie is a little more anti-aging, whereas the Skin Revival is more soothing. So on a day where I feel like I'm going to break out, I like to go in with the Beauty for Real first, because it's going to soothe the irritation, make that like breakout that's coming a little bit less obnoxious on my skin, and help things to calm down. And while that's still tacky, I will go in with a little bit of the Caudalie serum as well for those rich anti-aging benefits. So the next question was about the drop shop each month that Boxycharm would have, and the mega drop shop, which was, those massive deals. As you know, Ipsy had the Ipsy shop, which had some great deals as well, and Boxycharm had those. They will be continuing all of that. So the Charm Room, the drop shop, the mega drop shop, the Ipsy bundle boxes, the add-on shop, all of those things will still be available. So we're going to kind of get all in one. So again, it seems like we're getting the best of both worlds in all of these ways so that we can get all of the items. And like I said in that first video, any of those add-on items or things you add within your choice items will ship with your box. Another question I got was about refreshments, and I'm going to put on the Olga Lorenzen eye cream while I do that. The refreshments are still going to be available, and anybody who, enjoys that option, that's going to be available. And because we're doing this Boxycharm by Ipsy box and the Ipsy Glam bag, that means that it will be available to all tiers. So just like now, where Boxycharm can get that too, everybody will have access to refreshments. Next up, one person did correct me that the Ipsy Glam bag is a one choice item, not three. Was mistaken in that, so it will only be the one choice item for the Glam bag base bag, but they are still going to recommend that, you're going to get those power pick items, so you're still going to get those higher end brands. This is the Sunday Riley Afterglow CEO Brightening Day Cream. Firming, vitamin C, brightening, smells like turmeric, very anti-inflammatory. You'll notice a trend with me when I feel like my skin is breaking out and I feel like I have, irritation coming in or breakouts coming in. All of these anti-inflammatory ingredients will make it that, if I'm going to break out, nothing's going to make it so that, I'm not going to break out. But it'll be, how, a blemish will be like that painful red bump. It's going to take down the pain. It's going to take down the, bulbousness. It's going to be much smaller. It'll just be easier to manage. There were a ton of people in my comments that were saying things like, I canceled Boxy for this reason and I canceled Ipsy for that reason. And a lot of people who were upset about all of these things. So I do just want to reiterate, check your email. You will be able to subscribe to the tier you want, unsubscribe to the other. Obviously, they are both under the same umbrella now, but they want to make sure that if you really enjoyed Boxycharm, you can still get that experience. If you really enjoyed Ipsy, you can still keep that experience. So it does really look like they're trying to do the best of both worlds. I'm going to be optimistic that it means we're going to get better products in all different tiers. But again, we never know until it comes. I'm going to grab the Indie Lee Stick Anti-Imperfection Banish Stick. And this is something that will kind of zap a breakout coming in. And we're going to put that right where we feel that breakout coming. And because I've already pulled it out, the wand is kind of full, I always do the area in the crook of my nose, because that's where I tend to get a lot of breakouts. I will do right here, center of the forehead, just because it's on the wand. And then my hair always lives right here. So I'll just kind of wipe it on the hairline because I am known to get, breakouts in that area too. And the last thing that I want to address, and I don't have the answer, is everyone keeps asking about skipping months. I know that's something that not both Ipsy and Boxycharm were doing, but you could do it with one and not the other. I'm hopeful you'll be able to continue to do that, but I just don't have an answer. As soon as I do, I'll let you know. And to finish up the face, I'm going to go in with the Florence by Mill Zero Chill Face Mist. Again, I love a good mist as a boost of hydration, but it also has that anti-inflammatory benefit. So in addition to adding that hydration, it's also going to soothe my skin to keep it from getting more broken out and more irritated. And now that we are looking super glowy and dewy and hydrated and fully skincared, and I've answered all of the questions here, if you have any other questions, sound them off down below. I will try to answer them in the comment section, or if there's enough questions, I'll just do another video. Please let me know your thoughts. I do want to hear that. And if you have any questions on any of the skincare products, let me know. I do just want to touch on one more product because I don't think it's the reason for the breakout because I've used the actives before, but I am testing. This is from Drunk Elephant. They sent the Bouncy Bright Facial Overnight Mask. It's a 1% salicylic acid brightening with azelaic acid. It is such a rich, smoothing, overnight mask. I really enjoyed it last night. And I don't think this has anything to do with the breakouts because I've used products like this before. And I did test it a second time earlier in the week and didn't notice any issues there. So I don't think this caused it. But I will keep you updated because that's the only other new thing I tried recently. But I did love how it feels. And it did really give me this smoothed over effect on my skincare. I almost equate it to the Glow Recipe avocado mask that I used to love because I used to wake up feeling super smooth in the morning. And I did this morning with the exception of that one breakout that's coming, which I think has more to do with the super full coverage foundation I wore yesterday, not the tinted moisturizer I normally use. So that could have something to do with it. Anyway, now that I'm really done, let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!